Warning: the views and opinions expressed in this video are not those of a health professional. Please make sure to consult your physician before beginning a new health regimen.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome biggity back, y'all. Hey, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi. My name is Kelsi, and I'm here for you guys every Sunday and Wednesday, sometimes less, sometimes more, to talk about my VSG journey. It's my hope that through these videos, you're able to find the answers to questions you've been looking for, or the path to choosing surgical weight loss is made that much easier. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Welcome to my master bedroom window. I don't know. I've been feeling the urge to kind of introduce you to different places in my home, places that I find beautiful and that are probably my favorite parts in the house. The master bedroom by far is my favorite of the rooms in my home. I especially love the view of our backyard garden. I'm a lover of plants. I'm a lover of greenery. So being able to wake up and see this beautiful show every morning is very soothing to me. So I wanted to bring you guys here. Today is Sit Down Sunday, a day where we get together and talk about something that's been heavy on my mind for the previous week. This, however, has been on my mind for quite some time because I've been dealing with it. And today's topic is going to be transfer addictions and how bariatric patients are affected by it. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I do think it's important to understand what exactly a transfer addiction is. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my handy dandy typed up notes for this video. Transfer addictions occur when you transfer one compulsive behavior for another. You might have eliminated the initial behavior, but something else comes along to replace it. And that's the layman's terms. So basically, when it comes to bariatric patients, the compulsive behavior that we have before surgery is going to be overeating, whether it be overeating due to depression, due to being alone, due to feelings of self-worthlessness. We eat mindlessly, uncontrollably, and for no good reason in most cases. And so once we have that VSG, it takes away that compulsive behavior or the ability to participate in that compulsive behavior. And then something else typically has to replace it. And unfortunately, with a lot of bariatric patients, there's going to be alcoholism, drug use, shopping, sex. There's so many different compulsive behaviors that can replace your previous compulsive behavior of overeating or using food to cope with certain situations in your life. In bariatric surgery patients, the initial addiction is going to be food, as I stated, because it signifies comfort, no matter if it's a bag of chips, a king-size candy bar, or a large soda. After your surgery, your diet is not going to allow for you to eat those things. So your compulsive behavior is then looking for a way to transfer, or you will pick up another habit. So within our journey to transition into a new and a more healthier life, it's important that we get to the need and understand these wants that we have, these compulsive behaviors. So typically after surgery, most bariatric patients will then have a addiction transfer or a cross addiction. This happens when you no longer have the ability to eat to control that compulsive desire. You find ulterior motives or different means of dealing with your compulsive desire. It's scientifically proven that up to 30% of bariatric patients struggle or make mention of having compulsive and almost addictive behaviors after their surgery is completed. For many patients, including myself, food is no longer an escape, a comfort, or a pleasure. So then we begin to look for different ways to deal with those compulsions. For many patients, including myself, food is no longer an escape, a comfort, or a pleasure. So then we begin to look for different ways to deal with those compulsions. So it could be substances, alcohol, shopping, sex, cleaning, and the overall occurrence of those and how often you're doing it becomes problematic. So I think it's important that we understand addiction as well. Addiction happens when these really cool chemicals in our brain are released whenever something makes us happy. These are called endorphins. These also help to make us feel good and floaty and just overjoyed in the situation. We typically can manipulate these when we are able to do something fun or work out or hang out with friends. In a lot of bariatric patients, those endorphins are released whenever and anytime that we do something that makes us extremely happy, we get more of them. So after your surgery, you're searching to replace those endorphin surging moments that food at one time gave you. So you're looking for ways to make yourself happy. And at least with me, after losing weight, I feel like I deserve to reward myself. I've always been very frugal, very cheap, very apprehensive to spend my money. But I will say that after the surgery, I have had a desire to do things for myself. Not only because I'm losing weight, but because I want to feel good. I don't live to eat anymore. So I don't look forward to meals in the grand scheme of things. I look forward to them because I want to eat, but not the way that I did before I had my surgery. It's different now. And so I find myself longing to buy things, buying things for my house, buying things for myself. And it's kind of getting to a point where I have to kind of take a step back and look at it like, okay, what's going on? Because any other time before, you would have been apprehensive about pushing that place order button or spending that $79 at Walmart on random things. Why are you experiencing this great desire to purchase things? Now, I'll be the first to admit, eating a big old slice of cheesecake is the best way to make myself feel good, or it was. But it's not the healthiest way to release endorphins. A better way to do it would have been to go for a walk or hang out with friends or go to the park or watch a movie with my husband. But instead of taking part in those activities, I found more comfort in food, or I found that eating that food in that moment released those endorphins and I felt fantastic. But as soon as those endorphins faded, that feeling of guilt and depression and self-hate came back. I struggle with that also with shopping and spending money, and I'll be so excited and I'll buy these things, and I'll push that order button. Those endorphins, they rush, they come, they take over, and I feel elated. And then afterwards, I then begin to worry about the amount of money that I spent. And so I'm going to insert a clip here of me opening a package that I got from Victoria's Secret. And I just want to show you guys the way that my emotions change from the beginning to the end of the video.
Of transfer addictions. I'm sitting here with body sprays and lotion from Victoria's Secret, and also two $60 pair of shoes that I bought within the past 3 months. I know this isn't a lot to some, but for me, it's a big deal. I'm gonna set you guys up so maybe you can see right here. Okay. Sorry, my chest is out, but I haven't bought body spray or anything like it in probably 5-10 years. I was definitely a perfume wearer, but it smells pretty good. But I have an extreme amount of guilt, but also pleasure at the same time, because I don't have any other method of dealing with it. This is I guess I could tell you guys what I have. This is a strawberries. Okay, so far I have melon sorbet. Hang on, my husband's TV real loud. Hang on. Okay, so this is a strawberries and champagne. I really wanted to get it because I haven't had it since high school. I have a flavor called liquid coconut, but y'all, I just bought like 10-12 bottles from Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works within the past month. Then I have a bag of Ulta crap that I bought yesterday, and I guess it's just worrying, but I don't know what to do, if that makes any sense. And this is just the classic love spell. I got all these scents. I mean, I wanted new lotions. Oh, that just brings back so many memories. I wanted new lotions and stuff because I don't have any. But I guess this was a little excessive, but this is a semi-annual sale. So I got a lot of it at a discount, but let's open the spray. They package it nicely, at least. This is strawberries and champagne, so this is the set. Let me spray it. I hope it's, you know, what I remember, because oh my god, it's exactly what I remember. And then I have another one. This one is the liquid coconut spray. That smells exactly like I thought it would. And that's it. And then what I'm really excited to smell is the melon sorbet. I don't know what this looked like. It was gonna smell really good. But this is sugared watermelon strawberry leaves, irresistibly cool. I feel like all of these would have been good for the summer. Definitely Victoria's Secret-y. It doesn't smell as melony as I hoped. So, I don't know. This may go back. I don't know. That may have to grow on me. And last but not least, the love spell. We all know what love spell smells like. Just for consistency's sake. There is nothing, I'm telling y'all, I don't know what. I love me some love spell. Yeah. Love spell.
So as you can see in that video, I was very excited first opening the boxes, but then as I continued to open them, I did begin to get a little meh, like, Kelsi, this is a little excessive. This is a little much. And that's what happens with me. I purchase things and I try to, you know, get those happy, great endorphins going. And for the moment, when I purchase the item, yes, they are there, they're present. But then I slowly am taken over by that same shame, guilt, and depression that I felt when I was heavier and using food to cope. But I do think it's important for me and anyone else struggling with transfer addictions or the impulse to feed those feel good endorphin cravings. You're not alone. And so we have to find better ways to deal with those cravings, to spend or to hang out or to drink or to have sex or to clean. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, it doesn't have to be necessarily a shopping addiction. I think it's important that we seek out the proper help to be able to diagnose those problems and speak with our therapist and other support members of our support groups who can give us tips on how to break through that. Here are some ways to know if you or a loved one may be affected by transfer addiction after bariatric surgery. Here are some of the risk factors that could let you know that you could be affected by transfer addiction after bariatric surgery. A history of eating disorders, food consumption or compulsive eating, a family history of substance abuse. If you or your family members have a regular consumption of alcohol at large volumes before surgery, a history of chronic pain or overuse of narcotic pills, whether it be to treat pain or for pleasure, a history of trauma, especially childhood sexual abuse, a history of depression and other mood anxiety disorders, a lack of adequate support or feeling isolated, an avoidance of emotions and experiences, a history of engaging in self-sabotaging behaviors. I'm speaking for myself. There are several of these that I can check off. There's just been a lot of things that I've been through in my life, and so which led to the initial food addiction that I suffered from and still suffer from today. I think it's important to understand that just because you have a surgery, it's not a fix all. It doesn't just stop there. You have to deal with the underlying causes of your food addiction, but you have to discover and alienate what those are and work on those target areas. Because if you do a broad treatment, it's not going to get down to the nitty gritty and to the real reason that you're having these issues. I think it's important to understand weight loss surgery does not cause addictions. Instead, people like myself who are addicted to food may need to find a new compulsion when they can no longer overeat or use food to cope with any trauma or issues they have going on in their life. The lesson to learn from this story or from this topic is we have to understand how to successfully treat our addictions. The initial addiction being food addiction. That is the only way that we're going to be able to successfully keep the weight off and maintain a healthy and happy lifestyle. Dieting and surgery will treat the symptom, obesity, but not the issues that cause you to overeat and compulsively eat initially. It's important to know that to improve your odds of success, talk openly about your eating compulsions and your eating habits to your surgeon and also to your therapist and as well as your nutritionist. Make sure that you participate in your behavioral programs as prescribed. If you're told that you have to participate in that counseling or therapy, make sure to do that. It's important that you seek out the proper channels to treat your mental health and any issues that are going on prior to your surgery, because all they do is exacerbate any issues that you have. So if it's a problem this big before the surgery, trust me, it just grows and grows and grows. The main focus of understanding where we're going from here is to understand how to treat the issues that got us here. For me, I speak with my therapist twice a week, and we have now gotten into the issue of my food addiction and my compulsive behaviors. I have expressed to my therapist that I am struggling with the transfer addiction, that I am having compulsive desires to shop and to spend money and to overly extend my finances. And I think that is a very troubling and, scary thing, because I don't want to be financially irresponsible. And I think that, unfortunately, now that I don't have the ability to deal with my trauma in the way that I was dealing with it before, I'm starting to look for ways to cope. I have learned some exercises. I'm journaling. And speaking with my therapist on many occasions in regards to how to deal with these urges and these compulsions and these desires to purchase and buy and have new things. And I think it's the most odd coincidence that when I was heavy, I didn't feel that I deserved, or heavier because I'm still heavy. I didn't think that I deserved new clothing, or I didn't deserve new makeup or nice things for my home or body spray, simple things such as that. And now that I've lost weight, I feel as though I need to reward myself. And I think that's where a lot of this is coming from, that I feel like I deserve it. I've worked And now it's time for me to reap that reward. But I think the easiest way for me to do this is to do it in a healthy and happy way to where I'm not affected in the long run by irresponsible financial decisions. I think it's important to remember that even though, our bodies are changing and our mind is too, we are giving a whole new different of behavioral things. And I bet you're like, well, who is this person responsible for this? We are. And so I think that being heavy prohibits you from doing so many things. You're scared to, at least with me, I was scared to speak up and to be myself and to be loud and boisterous and seen and heard. I felt that the best way for me to be was to be quiet and in a corner as to not draw attention, because I felt like my weight itself already drew enough attention to me, and I didn't want to be that person to be just, in your face. And there's nothing wrong with that. But my perception of myself, I was already disgusted with myself and how I looked and how I felt. And I just didn't want to be seen. I wanted to sneak in and sneak out. And so now that things are changing, I'm becoming more confident and more realistic with the views of myself, and understanding that it's okay to be pretty, and it's okay for someone to tell me that I'm pretty, and it's okay for me to say, hey, you're a beautiful soul, and accept that and move on. I never was really able to take that and own it for myself. And so one thing about this weight loss surgery, it has opened up that door for me, and I'm becoming a little more accepting and welcoming of compliments and just things that, people say to me that make me feel good. If you or anyone you know is suffering with any type of addiction, I have linked a few of the groups and different information links in the description box below. Please do not let them suffer alone. You don't have to suffer alone. I have utilized these options, and they were given to me through my therapist. She provided a lot of information for me to help me understand better that I'm not alone in this. I'm not just crazy. I'm not just out here buying things and just doing weird, random stuff. That this is an actual order of operations that happens with a lot of bariatric patients. You don't have to suffer alone. Please, please, please. If you know someone, if you're going through it, utilize the links in the description box, please. You're not alone, and you don't have to go through it alone. Not anymore. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We've come to the part where I do leave you guys with a happy, helpful, bright quote for the week.
And the quote for this week is, in life, you will face a lot of defeats, but never let yourself be defeated. Maya Angelou. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday, enjoying each other, loving your family, loving yourself. That's the most important. I do want to give you guys a little heads up before I get out of here. My Facebook group, my BSG support group, is going to go live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be launching all of my information in regards to the group and the links to be able to join on all of my social media platforms, which I'm going to leave here.
If you're not following me on those social media platforms, please make sure to do so. I drop some gems on there, different ways to connect with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video once again. And if you haven't already, leave a like. Subscribe. Why be a shady person? Why you being a shady person? Come on. Become a member of my family. I would love, love, love to have you here. Come on in for the hug. Come on. So happy that you were here with me. You could have been anywhere else on this big world of YouTube, and you decided to stop here and hang out with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video, which is Weigh-In Wednesday. Woo! All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. Bye.